question, then please feel free. This is our lineup for the individual pursuit finals coming up now.
Twee streets bij de vrouwen zijn 2 keer door dezelfde personages scrollen. Dus weten we dat we zometeen direct doorgaan met de volgende jacht op goud. We hebben een race voor brons.
Some celebrating going on here in the track centre. Jan Willem van Schip.
De men's individual pursuit finals. Mochten we bij de vrouwen in de sprint een derde race nodig hebben gehad, dan was dat nu het geval geweest.
There's the British rider Charlie Tanfield getting ready. He's disappointed with his ride, I think. He's riding for the bronze. He dreamed of riding for the gold. He and Filippo Ganna went not far outside the world record. Tanfield had hoped to try and beat the world record. Yeah, Peter, you're making good points on Twitter, so thank you. Bogle looking at equaling Anna Mears's 11th world title, and Morton looking to step out of Anna Mears's enormous shadow. Well, Anna Mears, the ultimate legend of track cycling, maybe alongside Victoria Pendleton. They had such a battle all the way through their careers, but in terms of Australia, Anna Mears, that incredible rider. This would be the really first step of Stephanie Morton moving on. She's so talented, you can see the speed she's got in those legs. It's her biggest chance now to take the world title. Right, let's turn our attention to the individual pursuits. 4,000 metres on the track. Counting down to the start. Underway for both these riders, so it's Alexander Evtushenko of Russia up against Charlie Tanfield of Great Britain. Tanfield won the Minsk round of the individual pursuits in the World Cup. Tanfield rode a 4:14 in qualification, as did Evtushenko, a 4:14.742. Filippo Ganna, 4:13.622, and Ivo Oliveira, 4:12.365. So very, very fast rides between all the riders in these finals. Tanfield goes through the 750 with a .893 lead. Tanfield almost got close to beating Jack Bowbridge's world record when he was in Minsk. Rode very close to it for a lot of his schedule, and actually Tanfield and Ganna were close to world record schedule in the qualification, and Tanfield was beating Filippo Ganna till the last lap. Tanfield driving on here, and Evtushenko seems to be suffering a little bit. 1.4 seconds the deficit through the 1,300 metres. Tanfield is intent on getting a bronze to go with the gold that he took in the team pursuit. If you'd like to message at UCI_track, is where you can get hold of me during this weekend's racing. Charlie Tanfield's had a few issues here, though, in Apeldoorn. The UCI commissaires have not liked his aero bars, and he's had to completely change the setup. And so has Dan Bigham, his teammate. And the story of Charlie Tanfield, for those of you who don't know, Charlie Tanfield, a member of an amateur team with some sponsors, KGF, and himself and Dan Bigham and a couple of other riders desperately wanted to try and win the World Cup, so they had some really good sponsors came in. They funded them to ride the World Cups, and they were going so well that Great Britain, because they're not part originally of the Great Britain setup, Great Britain couldn't ignore how fast these riders were going, and so they brought them in to train with the squad and eventually realised how fast they were and selected them for the World Championships. It's a kind of dream come true story. Tanfield has already won a gold medal in the team pursuit. Now he's looking for his individual, and I think he really wanted to go for the actual gold medal ride. That was his dream. It's not going to happen this time. Coming up then to the 3,000 metre point, and Tanfield goes through in a 3:10, 3:11. So it's not going to be a world record ride, this. We're looking at a ride of around about 4:19. But Evtushenko's starting to turn the pressure on. They have a race on their hands. Evtushenko now goes ahead of Tanfield. 0.175. Now Evtushenko goes half a second up. He really has accelerated. Evtushenko's left a little bit in the tank here. Tanfield looks like he might well miss out on the bronze medal. Evtushenko is accelerating. Tanfield is burying himself to try and come back. But Evtushenko's really put in the pressure now. 1.2 ahead of Tanfield, 1.5 ahead of Tanfield. Evtushenko has produced some performance here in the final kilometre. A kind of a bit of a throwback to Colin Sturgis of Great Britain, who used to ride the last kilo faster. Hits the line, look at the time, 4:13.786 for Evtushenko. That is a very, very fast last kilo. In fact, he rode a 1:1. Just over a 1:1 for the last kilo. Evtushenko takes the bronze. Massive acceleration by Evtushenko. Tanfield rode a just under a 1:3 for the middle kilo, and Evtushenko rode a 1:2. For the last kilometre, a 1:4 for Tanfield, and a 1:1, a 1:2 actually for Evtushenko. He takes the bronze for the Russian squad. Great performance by Evtushenko.
En de Portugees Oliveira, die was vanmiddag minder dan 2 seconden verwijderd van dat wereldrecord. Deze afstand van Oliveira van Portugal was sinds februari 2011.
Getting ready for the final then, Ivo Oliveira making his way to the track. It's a little bit narrow in there, it's very busy. Leaving it right to the last minute. Now this should be a real tussle between these riders. Ivo Oliveira rides for the Haggard Bermans team. That great was development team really, run by Axel Merckx, has discovered so many great riders. Now they've moved to pro-continental level to change the team a little bit, but a squad and setup I'm always impressed by Haggard Bermans. And we're up against here Filippo Ganna, who rides for UAE Team Emirates. Filippo Ganna, silver medalist in the World Championship, world champion in 2016. So Ganna riding on the World Tour, on the road. Ivo Oliveira riding for the Pro Continental team, a 21-year-old rider and a European champion of the individual, a European silver medalist in the individual pursuit. Right, let's see who takes the gold medal. Oliveira goes sprinting off. Ganna also. Let's see what sort of schedules these two riders decide to ride. Ganna was riding in the Middle East just a week or so ago, riding for UAE Team Emirates. He's very keen to ride the classic bike races. Oliveira just starting out on that road season with Hagen Bermans. So Oliveira just ahead by 0.699, but Ganna has a similar style to Evtushenko in that generally in the last kilometre he starts to accelerate as well. So Oliveira has to get a bit of a lead on Ganna in order to try and hold on to take the title, because Ganna will start to really throttle it in the last 1,000 metres. Ganna then 1.071 down, but he still looks composed, he looks comfortable. He'll let Oliveira ride just slightly ahead. 0.8 now as he starts to come back. It's an interesting tussle between these two riders. Now Ganna starts to turn it up a bit, 0.697. This is the race for the gold medal. Filippo Ganna looking so comfortable. He's got lots of road miles in those legs after the Middle Eastern races. Oliveira now 0.620. The gap's dropping slower than it was before. Message me if you'd like to at UCI_track tag at Lacrosse, if you would like to make sure that I do see your message. Oliveira now starting to lose some of his lead, 0.457. Has Ganna got one of those last kilometres in those legs? The all-important point will be just inside the final 1,000 metres. We see whether Ganna starts to pick up the tempo. Oliveira trying to fight back a little bit, concentrating hard on keeping that nose as close to the forearms as possible. This gap is dropping. 0.347 now. Oliveira still looks to be comfortable, so he's not cracking. 0.294 now. Are Italy going to take the gold? Are Portugal going to take the gold? 0.234. Ganna is now starting to accelerate. 2.875. He's coming up to that all-important final kilo where normally we see Ganna give it some real welly. He goes ahead now. Now he's starting to turn the pressure on. 0.057 ahead now for Ganna. He was the world champion in 16. Oliveira trying to fight his way back. 0.307. Has Oliveira got any answer to Filippo Ganna? Some emotion now in this velodrome. Ganna now starts to push it. Oliveira 0.7 down. Ganna not rocking too much. Oliveira meanwhile all over his bike. The face on him now, 0.987 as he tries to find a little bit more speed. Coming up now to the final 250. It's 1.3 seconds. It looks like this world title is going to go to the Italian. Ganna now starts to really turn up the pressure. He's going to race to the line. Ganna is going to be the world champion. He hits the line now. A 4:13.607. Ganna wins. He takes the gold. Filippo Ganna wins the world title. That may well be his girlfriend. Filippo Ganna says thank you to the crowd. He misses the flag. What a performance by the Italian. Oh, a lot of emotion there. Filippo Ganna is the world champion again.
Filippo Ganna. Very good. Hij is dus zeer dankbaar voor de applaus.
He takes the flag.
Internationaal publiek hier in Omnisportaal verloren. En als de Italiaanse driekleur voorbij komt, dan laat u dan nog maar.
Ganna wins 4-13, 6-0.